Please follow along as I prime the drywall ceiling in this 11 by 13 bedroom. Earlier, I removed the outdated popcorn ceiling after verifying that it did not contain asbestos. Testing for asbestos before removal is very important. I removed leftover popcorn texture binder with a 9-inch round vacuum sander and patched and sanded imperfections. Priming started with a 4-inch mini roller, half-inch nap, and covered end to cut in the ceiling perimeter. For the rest of the ceiling, a 9-inch lamb's wool roller with 3/4-inch nap was used, along with a 5-gallon bucket and roller screen. Here goes the first coat of primer. I predetermined that I would make 2 passes for the 11 feet width of the ceiling. Each pass was the width of the 9-inch roller. I started each pass a couple feet from the walls. Rolled and spread the primer back to the middle of the ceiling and forward to the wall. Then slowly back rolled the length of each pass for a uniform finish. The roller was then loaded with more paint for the next pass on the other half of the ceiling. Same process as before, except that I back rolled in the forward direction to match the direction of the first pass. In this case, from right to left in a video. For the second complete pass and on, I rolled next to the previous pass and back rolled half on the previous pass and half on the current pass, then fully on the current pass, half and half, full on current pass. This process allowed me to keep a wet edge to eliminate lap marks. The first coat of primer will show lap marks because the primer will soak into the drywall and dries rather quickly. The first primer coat will seal the drywall and allow the second primer coat and following top coats to dry slower and not show lap marks. 15 years ago, I did the painting for my home renovation, which covered roughly 2,500 square feet. The general contractor, Warren, recommended that I use a 3/4-inch nap lamb's wool roller on the ceilings and walls because it would hold a lot of paint and provide a relatively smooth finish. I'm glad that I took his advice because I used just one roller cover for all the ceilings and walls and they came out terrific. Thanks, Warren. 1/3 done. Two-thirds done. first primer coat done. Lap marks were clearly visible after the primer had dried. But again, they shouldn't be visible in future coats. Imperfections were patched and sanded. And the ceiling was ready for the second coat of primer. The ceiling perimeter was again cut in first before moving on to the rest of the ceiling. I followed the same process as the first coat. Being the same color, white on white, made it a bit difficult for my old and tired eyes, but I got through it. I'm not sure if you noticed this, but while editing this video, I realized that I did not backroll the second half of the pass from right to left like I did for the first coat. I had a brain fart and backrolled both halves to the middle of the ceiling. The end product looked okay, so I might continue this as I paint the ceilings in the other rooms because it feels more comfortable backrolling while pulling backwards. First half done. Most experts recommend rolling perpendicular to the wall where the most natural light enters the room or parallel to the longest side of the room. As you can see, I don't necessarily follow this recommendation. I just go with the shorter length to keep the passes shorter, and haven't run into any issues doing this. But I'm just a DIYer, not a professional. Second half done. No lap marks. Ready for the top coats, which I'll do after I skim coat the walls.